have a poem that's derived from a night that I spent in jail. So this is 10 lessons I learned from spending the night in jail. Yep. 1. Upon getting arrested, state your name, your home church, as well as your pastor's name slowly and clearly so that the cops know that they are taking into custody a man of God. 2. If your arresting officer makes a joke and it isn't funny, you should still laugh. He has the keys to your handcuffs. 3. When being transported in a police cruiser, do not move or squirm or wriggle too much in the back seat. They will think that you were trying to hide evidence even if you got arrested for some ridiculous mess like not paying train fare. 4. When the holding cell doors close, resist the urge to sing Negro spirituals. 5. After being in a holding cell for 3 hours with no word on when you'll be processed, begin singing Negro spirituals. Know that your ancestors sang them to remind them of God, the homes they left behind, the families that loved them, and the freedoms that they yearned for. 6. When you call your mother, pray that you get her voicemail. 7. When you're brought to central booking, observe the 34 other men you'll be spending the next 12 to 16 hours with in the same cell with no shower and one toilet, and if you should come across a young man named Brownie. Hair cornrowed, the flag of Puerto Rico emblazoned across his chest, and his feet pungent in either smelling of really bad meat or really good cheese. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. This is not a drill 8. There will be a man. He will be selling quarters to the payphone. He will sell each quarter for $1, and people will buy them, except that. 9. When your public defender walks in, looks at your file, and says that you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, hold your tongue. Don't ask when is it the right place and time to walk down blocks shaped like firing ranges, to be considered villain before hero, to be troublemaker before citizen. Don't open your mouth and ask what Mike Brown's lawyer would have said, or Amadou Diallo's, or Sean Bell's, or Emmett Till's, or Trayvon Martin's, or Eric Garner's. Don't even flinch when she calls you lucky. You tell her you are thankful. You tell her you are blessed because God has afforded you due process for a petty crime when others have died for so much less, because your breath still flows, your clothes ain't stained with eulogies, your name isn't a national headline. You tell her that you are the result of a praying mother, a ministering father, and a God who will never leave the righteous forsaken or his children begging bread. You tell her that your God isn't subject to the chains that held you and that he's known for shaking foundations to set captives free. 10. Remember foundation shakers. Remember Nelson Mandela. Remember Martin Luther King Jr. Remember Paul. Remember Silas. Remember Jesus. Remember good men who made temporary home of brick and mortar and steel and shackles. Remember those men who stayed true when those shackles closed, when those chains locked. Remember the chains. Remember the change. Remember the chains before the change. Remember God breaks every chain. Remember broken chains and broken shackles and broken bodies and broken hearts. Remember God uses broken things to produce beauty. Remember it takes broken soil to give crops, broken clouds to give rain, broken grain to give bread, broken bread to give strength. Remember your strength, and when you become acquainted with your weakness, let the weak say I am strong, let the poor say I am rich, and let those who would say their lives are over, let them say I am still here. Remember you are still here. Remember every day above ground is a good day. Remember, every second chance is a miracle. You are not a casket. You are not an autopsy. You are not a hashtag funeral. It ain't over. God ain't through with you yet. You are not dead. You are not dead. You are not dead. You are still here.